Colter Brown. This ship was built with essentially the design philosophy of I want to cram as much stuff into it as I can. As many different features and details and that sort of thing. Because I love it when Lego does play features. So that's what I wanted.
Making me nervous.
That's what I wanted to apply to mine. So first, here, we've got these cannons on the sides, and they are on both sides. And there's a little knob here where you turn it, and they will retract and extend. There's another one where the main thruster back here, if you rotate that, the directional thrusters will move as well for like VTOL and that sort of thing. There is a feature where you spin this knob counterclockwise, press down on it, and a harpoon fires out the front with a little string attached, and then you can turn it clockwise and it'll pull it back in. But that must have jammed during transit, and I need to take apart the entire front fourth of the ship in order to get it working again.
I'll take that part out.
So, yeah.
At least the part where you said it's jammed.
No, it's fine. This is the most temperamental part of the ship.
It looks very sturdy, and my friend Jordan, who's into mocks too, he would really appreciate this because he always says he loves when things are built to play with, not like, you know, you look at it and it falls apart because it has to be sitting on a shelf just so. So that's really impressive that it's so large and you still worked in all these play features.
Oh, I'm not even halfway through yet. So, the fins at the back, there is, let me see if I can spin this around. So this is the engine that controls the little thrusters on the side, well, not little, it controls the thrusters on the sides. This little detail here makes the fins move in and out, and that is a system that has like 21 gears, I believe, in it to make it work. There are also these parts, I'm not going to show it, but when you push down on that, it will fire off these 4 spring-loaded shooters, like it's chaff, or if there's a missile or an enemy ship behind it, that's how it would deal with that. Another thing, the most recent thing I added was when you rotate this, all of the sails move up at the same time. And then you're supposed to be able to turn this a little bit and they all fall.
What are these sails? Did you make them?
Yes, these are the exact size and shape of the sails from the 2010 Pirates Imperial flagship, which is sort of what this is based on, in shape at least. But these are made of a cotton fabric painted with 3 layers of gesso, pressed in a book press for 72 hours, and then run through a printer to get this detail on it. The printer did not like that, by the way.
It's very precise. The printing looks great.
Thank you. And it feels, it was important to me to get a feel of like what the Lego sails did feel like. That's what I was trying to replicate. You pull this section out and it fires a bunch of little mines. And that's on either side. And then this part, you turn like that, I think. I always forget what side it is. No, you turn like that, and it pops out a little section on this side. So it pops out this little section, which can be folded out and is a little gangplank, and when the ship is landed, it can move down like that.
And were these stickers, the flags, were those yours?
Yes, this is my design. This is the skull and crosshairs. But on the subject of the minifigs, they are based off of me and a couple of my closest friends. So this is Eric the Tech Paladin. Then there is Anne the Demigoddess, warrior demigoddess. And then the one based on me is right here, Lorenzo the Space Pirate.
That's awesome. What is that face?
This is from an Ultra Agents set.
Oh yeah, okay. It's fine. I didn't even recognize it in that costume. That's a really good combination.
Yeah. The other ones are based on some other people. Like this is another friend of mine. This is Michelle, the Viking. And the way I named these four is my middle name is Lorenzo, and so I named the pirate guy Lorenzo because he's supposed to be a version of me. The person who this is based on, his middle name is Eric, and the person who this is based on, her middle name is Anne, hers is Michelle, that sort of thing. The rest of these guys I added in to make things look a bit more interesting. So we've got another character of mine, Skuldrin, who's sort of an adventurer that broadcasts his adventures as a TV show. We've got Larry, the dock worker, who used to work on and repair this ship, but decided to become an adventurer himself. Here is my cousin's character, Captain Sharksar. I like that character, so I built him out of Lego, and I asked my cousin if it was okay that I use him on the ship, and he's like, yeah, sure, absolutely. This is another character of mine, Ratlock.
Some custom pieces in there?
Yeah, just the thing over the eye and the coat. And then I also added this guy, which is from an old YouTube channel called Brick 101 or the Nightly News at 9. This is a pinch bot. This was one of the antagonists of that guy's series. They're like alien robots that came to Earth and to try and invade it, but since they were small and not very strong, most of them were destroyed by children or dogs. Now this thing does have an interior, if you'd like to see that. It's a bit of a faff to get it open. I figured since Lorenzo's kind of a silly character, since he's already got like explosives and missiles and stuff on deck, I wondered, okay, I got this secret compartment here. What would Lorenzo put in a secret compartment? And the answer seemed pretty obvious to me. If I can get this open. He would put in snacks. So the secret compartment is just full of snacks. And that was fun. That was also a recent addition. And yeah, since we're over here, there are little interior parts here. So there's like a little workshop. So that's Lorenzo's workshop. Wall of tools, some blueprints for a mech dragon, that sort of thing. Fire extinguisher. I imagine he buys fire extinguishers in bulk at like whatever the adventurer's equivalent of Costco is.
I like the phoenix on the bow of the ship.
Thank you. It's the figurehead. I'm a fan of that as well. Then on this side there is the kitchen, and I tried to add details like a stove and oven and little refrigerator with some magnets on it. And here is the captain's cabin. Let me see if I can get this to you.
He's a Lego fan
a bit
too?
better. Yep, he's a Lego fan. I've got a little Optimus and Megatron in there. I've got some different screens with video games and stuff. I've got little cans of Fanta, or cans of orange at least, scattered around the ship.
So is this a spaceship, like an outer?
This is a spaceship. It has super advanced shielding technology where it's able to form a bubble around itself, and that keeps in air and defends against most attacks. This is set in a multiverse, so he comes from a variation of Earth called Terra 13. I bought the ship that this was based on at this Brickfair 2 years ago, actually, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make some slight modifications. The modifications were not slight. So in here, I've got the cargo bay, and you can see more clearly how the mechanism there works. So I've got a bunch of different Easter eggs and references to other themes. I've got a mini kit from the Star Wars games. I've got the Piece of Resistance from the Lego movie. Got the Infinity Gauntlet, the Palantir. I've got one of the Orbs of Ogel from the old Alpha Squad theme. I've got more fire extinguishers, a crate full of googly eyes, a bunch of gold bricks, the crystal skull from Indiana Jones, and then there's also a sort of trophy room where it's just references to a bunch of different Lego themes and stuff. So you've got, you've got lightsabers, you've got Ninjago stuff, you've got the mosquito in amber, you've got Han Solo in carbonite, you've got a red balloon because despite being 21, I still love balloons. Balloons are just the best. And I believe that is just about it.
Cool.
I've got a whole story for this and for the three main characters. I made a bunch of comics. I'm turning them into YouTube videos. So that's why I'm like promoting that. But yeah, that's basically the Unsinkable 2.
I get so nervous every time you start taking it apart.
Well, this part I did design to be removable in the most recent redesign because this... Don't bother. Because this is where the mechanism for harpoon gun is. And since it jams and breaks regularly, I wanted to be able to access it. So you can see some of it here, like this is the spool of thread. When this turns, like this is connected to this. So when this turns, it feeds string into these little rollers, which push it out through here. They pool in this section here, and then there's the spring-loaded shooter that this is connected to. Right now, the reason it is jammed is because... Oh my word, I can't even begin to understand what went wrong in there. But this is why it's easily accessible now, so I don't have to just tear this part off.
It's an amazing design.
Thank you.
All right, well, thanks for giving us the full tour. That was really cool.
I also love your shirt.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
awesome.
I used to work at GameStop. This is one of our freebies.